Welcome to the Fasting Podcast. Wow, Wellness and Optimal Weight. I'm your host, Julie Phillips, certified natural health professional for 2 decades. In the weekly episodes, you'll discover simplified approaches, little known facts, insights from the wellness coach perspective, valuable tips, and amazing wellness tools and technologies. And now, on to the show. This is episode 32, Shopping for Initial Fasting. First, let's talk about some do's. So getting ready to do your initial fasting, definitely go for all organic or natural foods, including meat if you do eat it. Lots of low-carb veggies and salad to help fill you up. Also getting that fiber. Organic veggie broth can be very versatile, and sometimes when you're hungry, a little bit of warm veggie broth that's organic can be very soothing to the mind as well as to the palate. Organic proteins. Be creative. Consider vegan organic protein and greens if you wish. The powders, I definitely have some I really favor. If you're choosing fruit, consider the definitely organic, but low glycemic that we talked about in the previous episode 31. Consider organic low-carb seeds and nuts, but not too many because, for example, some people really love the organic almonds, and you do want to soak them for 8 hours to get the enzyme inhibitor off them, by the way. But you can go crazy with too many organic almonds or other types of seeds or nuts. You can overdo it and end up gaining weight by doing it too many. Remember, the body's always going to burn what you consume first before it even thinks about breaking down the stored toxin-laden fat. So in general, in your shopping, try to avoid carbs. Look for ideas online before you go to the store and make a list. One thing that I've done actually a few years ago that I really am glad that I did is I have a personal shopper. There are services that a person can grocery shop for you and buy all organics if that's what you want, and save you money with coupon clipping and all of that type of thing. And they deliver to your home. So they do save a lot of money. They get the 2-for-1s, and you're not out there doing those impulse buys. So you may want to check into it. The one I'm in is just under $15 a month, totally worth it to me, and free delivery. Now let's talk about some don'ts. I would recommend not buying boxed food, canned food, bagged foods as a rule. And I would ask other family members to avoid lots of temptations as you get started, because having all those other things around that maybe some of your other people in the house are really overdoing it in front of you, if they would help you out a little bit, I think it would really get you over the hump easier. I would definitely avoid buying splurge foods that some of your favorites, like if you really like ice cream, other sweets, pizzas, chips. I would definitely avoid those and not having them in the house. And I wouldn't do those impulse buys that you buy, at the very last minute, weren't planning to do it. So really be full when you go grocery shopping. And I would not overdo dairy, because a lot of people think, dairy's low carb, so I can load up on it. But it's very mucus forming, and it's typically, most of them are made with cow's milk, which is not a good fit for the human situation. So I would avoid that as well. Some tips to consider. I really like having the hot herbal teas with a super pure liquid stevia, because it can be very soothing and filling, getting something warm in you. And I really like the idea of, if you're a busy person, maybe on the weekend, preparing a bunch of organic raw veggies, chop them up, have some of them raw in a bowl, or separate them into smaller bowls on the weekend, and make some of them with the organic veggie broth into a soup, so that now you have these to use throughout the week, and they're very filling, but it won't take you much time. There's a couple of tools that we love in our WOW program. One of them is the WOW Drops Under the Tongue with the natural eating plan. So they have the natural food list, the lifestyle eating. It is phenomenal. It's backed by clinical trial, very impressive for weight and health, but it also is targeting the appetite, like liquid willpower, cravings, hormones, the thyroid, adrenals, and the insulin. Emotions, including addictions, detoxification, digestion, and a lot more. So consider those WOW drops. You can check out episode 8, and you can get back with me on that one, as well as the powerful digestive gut blend. Both of these have doctors talking about them in www.lifeboatdoctors.com, the 28-minute video. I'm also on that video explaining the WOW program. It's the best by far I've seen in my career. If you had that food list, you can then use that to do your grocery shopping ahead of time. And that same provider that provides the drops also has the makings for phenomenal low-carb cocoa. So I use 1 scoop of their natural protein powder in combination with 1 scoop of their cocoa-flavored extra amino acids for muscle mass together with water and a little bit of cream that's made of coconut milk with a blend of almond milk together into it to make it a little bit more creamy. I don't use the cow's milk in there to do that. So that's another little tip. But if you had a hot cocoa, and you don't have to do it super hot because their little protein powder actually, which is pea protein and cranberry protein, has some probiotic friendly flours. You don't want to make it boiling and end up killing those, but they're pretty sturdy. So vegan shakes that they provide also, they have an orange flavor as well as the cocoa flavor. Everything's dairy free and super pure ingredients. They can be very filling and very tasty and really help fill you up, because out of the fats, carbs, and proteins, it's protein and healthy fats that help to fill you up, not the carbohydrates. That concludes our episode, Possible Next Steps. Watch each of our future episodes, watch the previous episodes, refer others. Check out our website, www.thefastingpodcastwow.com and thelifeboatdoctors.com. Podcasters and YouTubers, we hope you give us some good reviews online and subscribe to our show. Remember, stay positive, focused, and determined, because where the mind goes, energy flows.